Hey friends, let's tap in. We're going to do a quick love and relationship reading. I'm going to go through all 12 zodiac signs. Check the description box below for the timestamps. I'm going to pull from the Price of Love Oracle cards as well as the Our Own Healing Magic Tarot for some clarifiers. We're going to start off with Saggies because it is their birthday season. Happy birthday to my Saggies out there. All right, Saggy. Kicking it off with forgiveness, okay? So keep in mind, this could be any kind of relationship, romantic, platonic, familial, professional, whatever. All right, somebody wants your forgiveness, okay? Somebody could be one to say sorry. I just heard Beyonce, I ain't sorry though. So I don't know, maybe that could be how you feeling. I ain't sorry. But somebody could be sorry when it comes to you, okay? So there could be something significant within the next 11 days. Somebody could be coming through. I don't know if they're going to be bringing you flowers or something. They might. Yeah. They're right now kind of hidden in the shadows, not really saying much, not really doing much. But they could definitely be popping out here pretty soon, possibly around the full moon, which I think it's on the 19th, but the 18th could be significant for you, okay? So look, for some of y'all, this person could be popping in tomorrow. It could be someone with Pisces placements. You know, some people read that as Cancer too. I read it more so as Pisces. But yeah, somebody that's been kind of lurking in the shadows, maybe watching you online and stuff like that. Maybe they've noticed your absence or whatever. They definitely want to pop in and, you know, offer you a little apology or something. So have fun with that. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, we have ego. Okay, somebody's in their ego. I don't know if it's you, it's them, but somebody is in it. Okay, the 17th could be significant. That is actually is that today? Yeah, that is today that I am doing this reading. So maybe you have had a little power struggle with somebody who got a big ego. Okay, 8 of Swords, and they got you in your head. Maybe a little confused, you know, not really sure what's going on with this situation, okay? There could be something transpiring over the next 8 days between you and this person. You might be feeling a little, I'm hearing weak, SWV, okay? Look, somebody might have you feeling a little weak in the knees, all right? So just be careful, okay? I would say that. With the 8 of Swords, it's given like stand up, okay? So you might need to stand up when it comes to a situation to where you're not being disempowered and you're basically handing all your power over to this motherfucker who is just like feeding off of your weakness, basically, that you have for them. So yeah, that's that. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, we have patience, all right? So you might be getting a little frustrated. You could probably wanted to scream when you saw this card. Like, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of being patient. Chess, not checkers, okay? You know, some of you, look, you know, things aren't really coming together quite yet. It doesn't mean that they won't. There could be something significant about Christmas, okay? I don't know if you're going to be hearing from somebody. They could be using that as an avenue to communicate with you, all right? Let's see. 8 of Wands, yeah, to communicate with you. So you could definitely be hearing from somebody within the next 8 days. I do think that's, you know, falls into that timeline with Christmas. There, somebody from a distance, possibly. Some of you could be in a long distance connection, okay? Somebody could be communicating with you soon that they want to see you, that they want to bridge the gap of distance there. So yeah, y'all will figure that out. Just kind of give it its time. Yeah, okay. Moving on to Pisces. Pisces, we have interference, okay? Somebody, what am I hearing? Jill Scott, you're getting in the way of what I'm feeling. Okay, so, look, I hate to read on third-party situations, but for some of y'all, it could be a third-party situation, okay? You better back down before you get smacked down type shit, so I don't know if y'all ready to fucking beat a bitch up over your man. I don't know. Now, this doesn't have to be like a third-party lover. This could be like a family member. This could be a job or something. You know, somebody could be working a lot and they just don't really have a lot of time for you. I heard it could just be the planets, okay? It could be these weird-ass squares and stuff going on with Sun in Sag. I think Mars is in Sag. Then we got, you know, that's squaring off with Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. So I think maybe once we kind of shift a little bit more into Capricorn season, the interference might ease up a bit more for you, okay? Yeah, for some of you, there's interference when it comes to like a second chance with someone. There could be somebody that wants to come in and offer you an apology. There's like something kind of getting in the way. Like I said, it could very well just be the planets, but you know, for some of y'all, it could be another person, you know, a responsibility of some sort that is getting in the way. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio here with that judgment energy. That's interesting. Okay, I got another message too. For some of y'all, look, you might need to accept this blockage. For some of y'all, this is actually your ancestors. They're trying to interfere and they're like, bitch, no, we don't want you in this situation. Like, stop it. You know, we're trying to like, you know, blow the little trumpet here, wake your ass up. So for some of y'all, don't force something. Like if there is like a lot of interference where it's just not meshing, it might not be meant to mesh. Okay, so just kind of leave it be. All right, moving on to Aries. Aries, we have love. Okay, usually I kind of see this as self-love, so some of y'all could be a little focused on that, but you know, it could be loving connections that you have around you as well. You know, if you're in a relationship, I'm just trying to get all these cards in here, they ain't all gonna fit, so we'll be all right. If you're in a relationship, this could be with your friends, this could be with your family, but you're feeling the love. I like that for you, okay? We do have the Two of Pentacles here. For some of you, you love what you do, all right? You might have multiple jobs, like 2 different things that you're doing, 2 different projects that you're working on, like a passion project or something like that. Yeah, that could be something that you got going on here. For some of y'all, look, you might have a decision between 2 people, okay? It might be 2 people that you love, and you're trying to make a decision like, what direction do I really want to go in here? So, yeah, you'll figure that out, Aries. Have fun with that. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, we have redacted. Something that you keep in secret, something that you're not saying here. Yeah, something is hidden when we have the redacted card come through, okay? So, let's see here. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I don't know. For some of y'all, do you want to be single? I don't know. Are you like having a hard time communicating that to somebody? I don't know why you would. But yeah, you know, that could be it. You might be just like really focused on your money, on your bag right now. And, you know, that's just what you want to focus on. Maybe there are people, I will say with the 9 of Pentacles, there can be a lot of people that are attracted to you, but you just might not be interested. You might just be focused on other things, okay? So, you know, do you? I will say if you are kind of, you got some people waiting in the cut, it's okay to be honest and let them know, like, hey, you know, that's not really what I'm looking for. I appreciate it, but I'm good. Okay, so that could definitely be the situation for some of you. All right, so look, y'all have fun, figure that out. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, we have know your worth, okay? Don't let nobody play in your face, right? Some of y'all might need to focus on yourselves with that 1 here. You, me, myself, and I. All right. Yeah, it literally says on here, myself and I. Okay. So for some of you, you might be single right now, kind of doing your own thing. Emperor. Okay. Holding out for your emperor, right? For the person that's really going to come in and boss up your life, right? That could be that divine masculine, you know, whatever, feminine, whatever you like. Now here in TI, you can have whatever you like, okay? So maybe that's what comes with knowing your worth too. Like you can have whatever you want when it comes to a partner. Maybe some of you have been settling and you need to cut that shit out, basically. Cut it out. You need to kind of boss up within yourself, recognize what you're worth, and you're going to call this person into your life. You are calling your emperor into your life, okay? Some of you could be dealing with somebody with Aries placements in their chart. Yeah, okay. Moving on next to Cancer. Cancer, we have detachment, all right? So you might be breaking free from a situation here that has... And that's not easy for a Cancer to do because, you know, once y'all get locked in with somebody, y'all be locked in, all right? But yeah, you might be in a space right now where you're just not really feeling it, not feeling the person that you are involved with or were involved with. Okay. Some of you could just be taking some time to focus on yourself. 34, 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is a number of solitude, isolation, introspection. All right, so you could be focusing on that a little more. 4 of Wands. All right. For some of y'all, you might be in a relationship. Okay, you could be engaged. You could be living with somebody, married, children, but you might be a little detached from your person right now. It could just be a little phase that you're going through at this time. So you might just kind of have to ride the wave when it comes to that. You know, maybe things will kind of reconnect here for you guys in the near future. But right now it's, yeah, looking like things are maybe a little distant between the two of you. But I do see there's potential to kind of like bring the spark back into a connection. So it might just take a little time. Okay. Moving on to Leo. Leo, we have fate. And it just was 11:11 on the timer there. Okay. So that could be an angel number for you. That could be confirmation for you that things are working out for you. All right. There could be something significant about the 19th of this month. King of Pentacles. Might be connecting with the King of Pentacles. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Right. You know, this is someone that's really solid, reliable, stable, really good with their money, their career. You know, someone that would be looking for like a long-term partner commitment. Okay. So that could definitely be someone that you are going to be connecting with here. A fated connection for you. So we definitely love to see that. All right, moving on next to Virgo. Virgo, we have sparks. Okay, so I think that's a Coldplay song, so some of y'all might like Coldplay. But yeah, there could be sparks between you and somebody. Things are kind of kicking off. This might be something a little new between you and this person. Okay. Now, sometimes the sparks can be read as good or bad. You know, sometimes those sparks can be like arguments, conflict, even just kind of that love-hate relationship. Like, I'm even getting like makeup sex and stuff like that. For some of you, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, 1 minute they're really cool, and then the next minute they're super icy and like disconnected, detached. So yeah, that might be something that you're kind of dealing with. It could be a little frustrating. If you're feeling like this person is a bit inconsistent in just their presence and the way that they're showing up. So yeah, you'll figure that out though. Some of you might have some words for this person. Shit, you might be giving them the cold shoulder. It's like y'all kind of might do the same thing. You know, when they pull back, you might feel yourself like, oh, well, I'm going to pull back or whatever. I just heard tit for tat. So yeah. And then when this person is hot and heavy, then you're hot and heavy. So that's an interesting dynamic. Y'all have fun with that. Moving on to Libra. Yeah, Libra. Breakups and makeups. Okay, so some of y'all could have broke up with somebody that you're going to be getting back together with. There could be something significant about the 27th of this month. I really don't care about this card too much. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Could be feeling rejected, kind of on the outs with somebody. Might not be feeling too good, okay? It's interesting. 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. This is a universal 9 year. Some of y'all are actually meant to wrap up a cycle with somebody this year. But for whatever reason, you're intent on taking it into the new year with you and into this universal 1 year where you're supposed to be kind of starting fresh. So you really gonna have to decide like what you're trying to do with this person. Cause yeah, especially if that's just the dynamic of the relationship, you probably want a little more security than that. So best wishes. Y'all will work through that, I'm sure. Scorpio, we have healing. Okay. So you could be focusing on yourself right now, you know, healing your heart, which might be a little broken right now, feeling not as whole as you would like. but you'll be all right, okay? If anybody can navigate the storms and the pain and the rainy weather and all that shit, it's you, okay? Not to say that that's all you're destined to navigate in life, but hey, you know, transmute this energy. Some of y'all could be doing something creative that could be really healing for you. Yeah, King of Cups, there you are. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be healing from another water sign that you were dealing with. Be mindful of drinking, okay? And just trying to like get lost and escape from your pain, essentially. It's really important that you're actually confronting whatever it is you're dealing with. So some of you might actually need to get in therapy or something like that, you know, to have someone there to kind of hold you accountable and to even like, you know, metaphorically hold your hand as you go through your healing process, okay? Some of you might need to travel, you know, near the ocean, being by the water. That can be very healing for you at this time too, okay? Let's see what's underneath the deck for everybody. Ace of Cups, healing all around. Ace of Cups, healing, new love. Aces always give me number one fresh, okay? I just talked about universal 1 year for 2026. I was mentioning that for Libra. But, you know, that's a universal 1 year for everybody, regardless of your zodiac sign, okay? So I do feel like whatever you're navigating right now is clearing the space for you to enter into 2026, this universal 1 year, with a healed and open heart, okay? So you can really align with the love that you desire. All right, my friends. So with that being said, where's my other deck? What's underneath that? Quality time. Okay, quality time underneath the Oracle deck. So I don't know, some of y'all, that could be like y'all's love language, or that could be something that you are going to experience more through this Ace of Cups, through this loving connection. You're going to be spending a lot more time with you know, other people, even with yourself, okay? The Ace of Cups can be self-love too. And I know some people be tired of hearing that. Like, that's all I do is focus on self-love. I just want to be with somebody. I mean, the number 12 here, 1 + 2 is 3. 3 is a number of collaboration, of connection. So, you know, connect. Get out there. Make friends. Connect with your family. Join a club or something. Get into an activity that you really love, okay? Because that's how you're going to attract love into your life, is when you love not only yourself. I think that's where the disconnect is coming in for some of y'all. You love yourself, but do you love your life, okay? If you don't,